Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start with the various challenges and opportunities for organizational behavior. That is, for today's manager, when they are dealing with the employees, what challenges and opportunities they generally face at the workplace. Till now, the concept of organizational behavior, which we had covered, that is the basic purpose or the reason why do we study organizational behavior. To understand the behavior of the employees working in the organization, to predict their behavior in future, how they'll respond. And third is to influence their behavioral pattern, because there is always a cause and effect relationship. So each of us has an inherent need to understand and predict the world in which we live, because much of our time is spent working in and around the organization, and we all are working with people, and we are dealing with the people, those who have their heart and their brain. So the first challenge which generally managers they face when they are a part and parcel of an organization is globalization. So you must have seen over a period of time, world has become a very small place. So the term globalization is nothing but it says integration of economies, developed, underdeveloped and the developing economies and societies through cross-border flow of goods, services, finance, capital, ideas, information, technologies and the people. You must have seen, or you all are using Google. So Google is a rich example of the globalization of business over the past few decades. So with the click of a button, we have all the information in our hand. So globalization is improving the financial and social development of the nations over a period of time. So globalization is nothing but this is uniting the world. And the basically in globalization in today's scenario, if you look at, we have four major concepts, that is outsourcing, offshoring, multi-sourcing and the open sourcing. So outsourcing is what? That is a business process through which an in-house operations or the processes are contracted to an outside party. That is, when I have a business and I feel I'm not proficient in operating one aspect of the business, say finance or HR or marketing, I give that particular part of a business to someone else, to some other company who has a proficiency in that. That is what we call outsourcing, so that I can concentrate on the major area of my business. Then the second concept here is, which is related to globalization, and globalization has given up this concept also, that is offshoring. So offshoring is a bit different from the outsourcing, that is shifting of a part of an organizational function to another country. That is regardless of whether the work is outsourced or stays within the same corporation, right? And then the third concept here we have multi-sourcing. Multi-sourcing is which enables different parts of the client business to be sourced from the different suppliers. Small suppliers ko we distribute the small aspects or small parts of the business to the small suppliers, and finally we produce a particular product. And fourth, here we have the open sourcing. Open sourcing, as its name says, there is a free sharing of new knowledge and information under an open source of the free software license. Like you can see some schools or colleges and nowadays, or some scholars, we are managing our own network, and we are collecting the information from the different persons or different research scholars. So it's an open source. There are so many open sourcing softwares are available, like we have your Tally, or we have GST and all that. So these are the four basic areas where we can say that globalization has posed a major challenge on the managers, because they have people from the different areas. They have businesses to manage, where we categorize or where we distribute the business to other persons. Then the second most important or second major challenge which generally managers they face, they are workforce diversity, that is managing employees from the different backgrounds. That is what is the result of globalization. When we are outsourcing our business, when we have offshored our business or multi-sourced our business, we have people working in organization from the different part of the world. We have multinational organization, and in that multinational organization we have the people from different parts of the world. We have females working in the organization. We have a people of the different caste, creed, sex, culture. So ultimately we need to manage them, and moreover there is a time difference also. So organizations have started working 24/7 according to the employees or according to the working requirements of the employers. Organizations are working. So we need to understand, or we need to manage the different people according to their different cultures, according to their value systems, according to their time zones, according to their caste, creed and everything. The third challenge here is, over a period of time, more and more employees, or rather customer side should say, they have started giving more importance to the quality of the product. Rather than focusing on the quantity of the product, people have started giving emphasis to the quality of the product. And moreover, employers are more focused about the productivity of the employees. They are ready to give, or they are ready to provide each and every sort of an information which improves the productivity of the employees, and simultaneously along with the productivity, quality of the product, quality of the job should also improve. So now the focus is not only on the quantity, focus is not only on the production, it is on the quality of the product, quality of the manpower, quality of the workplace, quality of the infrastructure or the culture of the organization, which ultimately helps an employee to improve the productivity of their own work. Then the fourth challenge here is evolving employment relationship. That is, first here is a work-life balance. Each and every employee who is working in an organization, they are more focused how they can maintain the work-life balance. They focus yes, if they are earning more, at least they should be able to consume it as well. If it is 8 hours or 10 hours working in an organization, they should be able to balance their life so that they can give genuine or the sufficient time to their family. They can give sufficient time to enjoy their life. The second here is increasing workforce flexibility. You all must have seen 24/7 work culture in the organization. But over a period of time, organizations have started giving flexibility to the employees. Yes, this is the task, you have to complete it. Now it is entirely up to you how you complete it. There are no fixed timings in the organization. You have to complete the task within your comfortable span of time. So they have given full flexibility to the employees, yes, how they can do it. As some companies are aligning employment practices with emerging workforce expectations, they are also demanding more flexibility from the employees to remain responsive to the globalization and other sources of the turbulences. Then the third here is a contingent work. Contingent work is employees are not hired for the fixed time period. So their job is only contract based. No written or verbal contracts are there. Whenever there is a job in an organization or when there is a work for them, organization call them, they complete their task, they get their money and they go back. That is contingency. Contingencies mean to say ki ultimately they are trying to increase the flexibility of the workforce. Ki yes, this is the task we have for you, you complete your task and you go back. Whenever we'll have another assignment for you, we'll call you back. So one way how employers are going to get benefited out of it, they have no responsibilities for the employee, they have no liability, and ultimately their costs also reduce. Employees also know that this is what our forte is, and they take the job in 3, 4, 5 organizations. They complete the jobs and start earning money, and they are also not strict to one employer. They are not liable, or they are not responsible to one employer only. Then the next here is virtual work. You all must have experienced this particular concept during this COVID time. During this COVID-19 time in 2020, and now even in 2021, with this COVID scenario in the market all over the world, organizations, they shifted to the virtual workplaces. So they were sitting at their home, employees are sitting at their home, and on their laptops, on their mobiles, they are working. So that is nothing but that is a virtual work. So employees use information technology to perform their jobs away from the traditional physical workplaces. And similar to this, we have the virtual teams. So people were sitting at their home. There were no physical places. There were no physical workstations. So they were sitting at their homes, in the comfort of their homes, and they were managing their work. Meetings were going on. They were performing their tasks. So cross-functional groups were there, which were operating across the space, time, and organizational boundaries, with members who communicate mainly through the information technology. Next major challenge here is that is of empowering people. That is, more and more employees nowadays, they look for more and more power in their hand. They say if we are accountable for something, we need to have some responsibilities and authorities in their hand. You just cannot tell them ki yes, you are going to do this and you'll be held responsible for this. They look for certain powers in their hand ki okay, you give us authority to do a particular job, and if you are giving us an authority, then give us some responsibility if we are accountable for certain things. Then another challenge here is innovation and change. Market looks for innovation. You must have seen during the COVID time, there were so many businesses which shut down, but over a period of time there were so many new businesses which came up. That is sanitizer business, mask business. So these were the business people who look for the innovation and change in the market scenario, or look for the demand. New demands were coming in. Nobody was wearing masks earlier, but new things, new changes, or the changes which were there in the market, people adapt them and they worked according to them. Then another challenge was of corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility was nothing but it was where organizations' moral obligations were there towards the stakeholders. That is, ultimately they were there to understand what people are looking for and what is their responsibility towards the society. They should not produce, or they should not make rules and regulations which are against the society, or they should not produce anything which is against the society. And here if I say the stakeholders mean to say the shareholders, customers, suppliers, government, and many other groups with a vested interest in their organization. Working arrangements trends has changed. 24/7 working culture was there. There were no time. All the organizations were working 24/7. All Saturdays and Sundays were working. And then managing through knowledge development of the learning organization. Knowledge organizations were coming up like anything. People were sitting at their places, and more working spaces were created. Then we have workplace values and ethics. Workplace values mean to say the stable, long-lasting beliefs about what is important in a variety of situations that guide our decisions and action. That is what actually society looks in us, or what actually society say, or the people around us say ki yes, this is good and this is bad. So actually these values helps us to find out or to define what is right and wrong, what is good or bad in the world. So these are the major challenges or major challenges which today's HR managers, today's managers in the organizations are facing while managing people in the organization. But this organization behavior is not free from various limitations. It has so many limitations. It's a prediction about the human behavior. So when we say human behavior changes with the